Good day or good morning, and on today we will be looking at the RC Thomas, remote control Thomas for the newly redesigned Trackmaster line. There is Thomas in a CGI face, and the box says you control the action. Alright, and it is an easy to use remote control. Requires two AAA batteries for the engine and two AAA batteries for the remote control. Alright, there's the remote control. It's a one button remote control. And if you already have this remote control and this RC Thomas, which comes with the Mad Dash on Sodor set, you definitely do not need to get this one, because this one is a one button remote and it definitely is doesn't go bi-directional. So it doesn't go backward and forward. It only goes forward and it stops and then it goes forward again, okay? So we will look at the improvements or the disimprovements that they have made going from one to the other really quick. But for right now, let's unbox him and see what he has to offer. Okay, so now you've already seen Percy, hopefully by now. If not, I'll put a link in this video so that you can go and watch the Percy video. But anyway, here is the one button remote. Like I said, it is different than this remote. Let me see if I can get a wider picture of it. Yes, there we go. And there you have it. So and the remotes do not work with the other engines. They only work with the engine that they come with. All right, cool. All right, so there is Thomas, and Thomas has shrunk back to scale. That's one, I guess you call it, improvement over the other old RC Thomas, because guess what? This one was a little big, okay? And accessory-wise, it wasn't that big of a problem, him being that big. Especially with the set he came with, he fits just fine, the Mad Dash on Sodor set. But there was one, the Busy Quarry set, that did have one little coal hopper that the remote engine did have a problem with. I'll show you that real quick. So if you had this coal hopper that goes with the Busy Quarry set, and you had this remote engine that comes with the Mad Dash on Sodor, well, it works. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. All right. Let me start that again. Okay, so if you had this Thomas, remote Thomas that came with the Mad Dash on Sodor set, and you had the Busy Quarry set, it comes with this coal hopper. This coal hopper has an issue with that engine, and that is that this engine is so tall that it doesn't fit under there. Well, if you have the new one, the new Thomas, the new remote Thomas, and this remote, problem solved. Okay, so if you want to say there's an advantage, there's an advantage. Okay, cool. Just so you know, it does work with all the accessories, and Thomas is back down to scale as the other versions of Thomas that come with any of the other sets. Okay, so that is one difference, and probably the only difference other than it not being able to go backwards, of course. Okay, so let's take a look at him. I took the time to paint these buffers. They were not painted, so make sure you paint your buffers. There's a place for a light. I'll probably throw a light on them, probably. Okay, so there is the #1 tank engine, and he's Thomas. You've seen him plenty of times. Looks pretty good. All right, his funnel, the little raised funnel, definitely makes Thomas look a little bit more like himself from the CGI. So there you have it. So let's put Thomas to work. Okay, there's really not too much more to say about him other than it's a start stop remote, and that means he can start and stop just like that. Okay, but he's a good looking Thomas, and if you need a remote Thomas, you can get him for about $18 US. And there you have it. So let me get him running so you can see him in action, okay? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave me your comments about what you think about this Thomas at the end of the video. All right, thanks.